Howdy y'all, welcome to Ratsnest Hot Rods, new channel, first video, new to editing. So I figured I'd make this video of the Plastidip removal off of my 1965 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. The dip is approximately 5 years old, and the flat surfaces fairly easy. It was dumped on there pretty heavy. Vertical pieces not so easy. It's put on there pretty thin, as you'll see. I will speed this up. This took about 5 hours to remove all this dip and some of the other things that needed to go along the way. So hang on to your butt and we'll speed this up.
Smoker exhales in the space of his outcast face, and the payphone corner talker, she smiles with a cut so pure and so mild. You used to know her in the eyes of the street light as a cool over the shoulder witness of the night. Baby, here I am. Now here I he gets up and puts his digital boots on, speaking with this 6 a.m. glam dresser. She tells the secrets of how she put her groove on. You know what she told me? Said, my sweet baby, I will lose my mind, lose my mind. There's many, many reasons why I just wasn't made for these times. Think about that a while now, honey. Yeah, yeah. Just like some wandering billboard, baby, said I dig what you told me about the other side, but could you please save me? Some post-ironic lady on the wire of some sad fire, so fierce and so crazy, and the speech-making man is so fried as he obsessively checks the mic. The talking black cat to the fire chief he rides as the suburbs ignite. Baby, here I am. Here I am, a folk terrorist without a sound, with the white trash wasteland to shout about, with the antique voice to break it down, and screaming out about the future burn out. I said, baby, I will lose my mind, lose my mind. There's many, many reasons why I just wasn't made for these times, for these times. Yeah, for these times. Oh, baby, for these times.
As you can see, there's my dog out there in the driveway. That's a shop dog for Ratsnest. His name is Butkus. Not Buttkiss, Butkus. Like Dick Butkus or Rocky's dog Butkus. He's a pit bull, a rescue dog, and if you have the opportunity, rescue a pit bull. They are the most loving, carrying lazy dogs. At least mine is, on the planet, and he's been a good best friend. So as you can see, that after we got that trunk done there was some an old repair. Well, not an old repair. Probably 2 years ago, I did a repair around that back window. It had a bunch of rotten metal. Redid that, removed the dip on the back end, and then reshot the dip back over it, kind of overlaid it. So it made kind of a mess, but I was kind of in the mode of making sure I could drive every summer, and that was what I needed to do. It was a good project and a little bit hairy. I did it with the glass in place, which I won't do again, and it's going to be, that glass is going to come out soon. The one thing that I noticed here was the kind of the flat horizontal surfaces, the roof, hood, trunk lid. Those came off relatively easy because the Plastidip was thick, and then the sides, the vertical pieces, were a pain in the ass because it was sprayed on there pretty light. And then you'll see eventually here when I get into the door jambs, I had to take Scotch-Brite and lacquer thinner because they used a combination of Plastidip and then a flat black aerosol spray can. So it was kind of a mess in there, and I had the good fortune of putting a new paint job on this thing, and that'll be the next steps. That's what we're working for on these videos. But I had the good fortune that this is a car that needs a new paint job. If it was one of those new cars I see rolling down the road with the Plastidip, they'd be hurting, because you can't take Scotch-Brite obviously and lacquer thinner to your door jambs on one of the newer cars. You're going to ruin your paint job. But that's what I had to do here, and so I'll let you watch a little bit more and come back in later.
I got a big rig in my pocket, and I'm rolling home to you. When I finally get there, you'll know just what to do. Climb on up upon me, sit back, enjoy the view. I got a big rig in my pocket, and I'm rolling home to you. I got your picture in my pocket for when I'm missing you. Pull it out when I get lonely, like I sometimes do. Look into your pretty eyes, tender and so blue. I got a big rig in my pocket, and I'm rolling home to you.
can see, we got the grinding wheel back out. That rocker had all sorts of things on it. Brush on paint, Pour 15, flat aerosol black paint, Plastidip, and I like using these polycarbonate wheels on the grinder. They keep the temperature relatively low on the metal. They don't remove a lot of metal. They're really good on paint and rust. I picked these up at Harbor Freight for $5 a piece, and I used to buy them from Home Depot, Lowe's, or an auto body store, Wesco, in town, and they're about $20 a piece there, and these things are exactly the same. I don't use Harbor Freight for everything, but some of their stuff is really good if you do your research. The other thing that you may see here is the bend pack scissor lift. That thing is a gift from God right there. Easy to move the car around up and down to get to kind of a comfortable working position. That seat that I'm sitting on is called the tailbone. Many people know about the bone creeper. Well, that's its seat brother, or whatever you want to call it. So I used a grinder down under some of these old places where it was just, there wasn't any paint left, and was just kind of starting to rust, surface rust down there. So that works really good on that too. I think, yep, I'm going to show you a shot of the wheel here. It's like a hard plastic, I don't know how to describe it, but it works good. They do wear down, but yeah, the $5 ones from Harbor Freight are the way to go. All right, let's listen to some music and stop listening to me.
Surprise attacks. Send his voice to the army, he doesn't need it anymore. Send his soul to the bathroom, he'll be as dirty as before. Now get down. Brother Bill got down, and when he got there he did cry. The sisters of electricity, they heaved and they sighed, but the organist is assassinated, the devil's out on his parole. The fires keep getting harder, the glacier's out of control, and it's goodbye Cadillac, farewell steel, goodbye to the motion inside the memory of the wheel. The girls at the bus stop know exactly what I want. I leave them on my shoulder 'cause they don't need what I got. What is that song that makes my ears bleed? I heard it on the radio at the dentist, and it really got through to me. I searched every station, even left my house to go to the store. That song was never written, maybe that poet was never born. So get down now. Sister Sue, dressed in blue, spent the Hemingway's a very last chance. Now she sits in forgotten motor inns, watching reruns of MASH. Swallowed 7 of these and 4 of those, with a glass in every hand. When the cops found her, she was canceled. Now she smiles when she can. Sweet Noah had a hole in her heart, the same shape as a man. She woke up to the sound of a garbage truck, said she could not understand. This big city ain't no place for no shy violet. Now the jet planes and the
take the courtesy light switch out of the door jamb, and it was jammed in there. This is the kind of like a little piece of conduit that transports about 80 wires into a Cadillac door back then, and it's rotted out, no good, so it's got to go. The cost of one of those, or the pair of them, is about $180 on OPGI, so I might try and do something else, or go to Rubber the Right Way and get them for 120 bucks or whatever they are. But they ain't cheap. Nothing is on the Cadillac. Anyway, you may have seen the Autotech Rust Prep in the slow-mo there. I use that on anything that I got bare metal that I'm kind of concerned about rusting or flash rusting while the car sits, so I just wipe that over. It converts the rust and then puts a kind of a film over it. They say you can spray over it in 20 minutes. I don't really use it for that. I always would give it 24 hours if I did have some rust and some pits that I couldn't remove. But it works really good. I've got a few test panels outside that I used it on a hood and an old bumper, sprayed over it with epoxy primer and base and clear coat, and it's still holding up. A couple winters on it, a couple summers, so happy with that. You can also see the panel that I put in there, flanged in there in the firewall. I shaved the firewall a few months back, and we'll be getting back on that when we got to really start doing the body work on the car. All right, let's listen to some music. I'm tired of talking.
Make
cleaning up this door jamb, and basically the body of the car is done, and we've got to go do the hood, fenders, trunk lid, doors, all sorts of stuff. Subscribe if you would. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down and tell me what I could do to make them better. I am new at this, and computers and video directing is a little bit foreign to me, so it's taken me a while to get this first video done, but I'm pretty satisfied with it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More to go on this 65 Cadillac restoration and customization. Peace and grease, sucker.